Yo, what is going down? Yo, we appreciate you. Today, Friday, January 15th, Shopkulture is doing a very, very special pop up. Got some questions, and we could not wait to ask these questions and share this with you guys. We appreciate you tuning in. And please allow me to introduce the co hosts of Shop Culture, Mr. Barry R. Crosby and Dr. James R. Hill. Gentlemen, what's good?
What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? It is Friday night, and we have to do a quick little pop up. This is a Shop Culture pop up, so it's not a whole show, but we're gonna give you guys a little teaser, a little something to get the juices flowing. So once again, I'm joined by the relationship guru. You know who he is, Mr. / Dr. James R. Hill.
What's up, people? How's everybody doing?
And of course, we got the voice.
How you guys doing? Appreciate you.
And I'm Barry Crosby. And man, let's get it. Let's get just a quick little conversation going. We had some good memes, and there was a lot of great feedback. We want to thank you guys for all your comments. Man, there was a lot of them, and it got a little bit heated. So, the voice, can you put up the quick meme?
Yo, not a problem, big. Got you. The question, man, and we got a few of them. The question is, should a man tell his woman where he's going before he leaves?
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I think this is a two-sided. Should a woman tell her man where she's going before she leaves? Like, should you tell your significant other that you're about to step out at the house?
I want to hear these comments.
I want to hear this guy. Hey, how you doing, Candace? Thank you for tuning in. How you doing on this Friday? Yes, I would like to hear the comments, but doctor, maybe you can, give us a little insight. What do you think about that?
Well, when you're leaving the house, if you're in the house, it's not a thing that they should know your every move or where you're going.
Okay.
But there's a matter of respect involved for your relationship or your marriage that you would want the other person, for safety reasons, for reasons of respect, you would want them to know where you're going.
Okay.
And pretty much the expected time you're going to be gone. Because if you just walk out the house and disappear, I mean, if your woman just walked out, you're like, where'd she go? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Or just say, I'll be back. Is that enough?
I think it depends on situations too, though. Because what I was saying is, of course, if you're going to be gone maybe longer than a couple hours, of course, you do want to tell your spouse, hey, I'm leaving for going here and I'm going to be gone for, a couple hours or so. But if you're going to the store, or going someplace really close, a corner store or whatever, do you have to kind of tell your spouse every single place you're going?
I would think so. Why not? I'm running to the corner store. She may need something from the corner store.
Okay.
Yo, our viewer Candace said, yeah, why not? It's common courtesy if you're leaving to say, hey, I'm stepping out. Yo, you need something, whatever. She said it keeps the communication in even flow.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to hear from some. Yeah, I would like to hear from people. What do people think about that? Do you guys feel like every time you, how about if you're going for a walk around the block, or do you have to let your partner know, hey, I'm going on a walk around the block, or so you guys are saying anytime that somebody or somebody, one of you guys leave the house, you should check in.
It's a level of respect, absolutely.
Is it considered a check-in, or is it just a hey, I need a breather. Let me go ahead and I'll be back in a minute. I need to walk around the block, so at least they know where your headspace is at.
Right, and that's that goes along. It's a matter of respect. That someone that cares for your safety and your well-being, that you want them to know where you're at. Anything can happen, because if they don't and they truly care about you, if you leave and you're going on a walk, they hear sirens, they're going to start freaking out, or they don't know where you're at or where your headspace is at, for that matter.
It can be. Is there something wrong if you don't check in though with your significant other? Is that going to be? Is that an issue? You know, because some people don't have that type of level of, I would say, communication, and some people that works for some people.
So then what's said? I'll be back. I mean, it's disrespectful just to walk out the house and say nothing. I mean,
is there any time that you might forget to tell the person that you're leaving, or you're walking outside the house? I mean, every single time you leave the house, that's a lot of times that, you know, hey, you got to make, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you text or in a car, hey, oh, I forgot. Hey, I'm going down the street. You know what I'm saying? There's different scenarios for different times.
but I don't think you can forget to show enough respect to say, I'll be back. I'm going to run here, there, or the third.
Okay. So doctor, you're saying it is a level of disrespect if you don't say where you're leaving or where you're going.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. I honestly did not expect that one from you, Doc.
Oh.
I didn't.
Wow.
Like,
it leads for your relationship operating a lot smoother, and that's part of your open lines of communication. I mean, you want to keep those lines open all the time, and that's part of communicating. I mean, what's the harm in it? I mean, I see more harm in not saying, I'll be back, I'm going to the corner store, do you want something? Or just walking out of the house saying, I'll be back.
I can totally agree with that, because I can see there being some type of door for mistrust being open at that point.
Right.
Wait. I guess for me is I would see it more if you're leaving for over a couple hours, or you leaving for a while or something like that. I don't know, because there are going to be times you might forget something. So you call your significant other or you text her, hey, I left for a minute. I'll be right back in 45 minutes. Now you should make an effort to be back on the time that you said. I agree with you on that. If you said you're leaving for an hour or you're leaving for 2 hours, you should try to be back during those times.
Right. Well, what's wrong with beforehand, before you walk out the door, saying, I'm leaving and where I'm going? I'll be back in about an hour. I got to go to this, that, or the third.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not what I don't see anything wrong with it. But what I'm saying is, if I forget to say it or forget to tell you, should that lead to a level of distrust because I forget to tell you that? You know, that's where
Are you forgetting, or are you choosing not to?
Could be both. You know, could be both. I don't know. Being honest, I don't know. I don't know, because it was when we put the meme up, we had some interesting comments, because we had couples that say, I don't do that. They said, we don't check in, and they've been married for 10 years plus. So I think it works for everybody differently.
Yeah, they may not check in with each other, while they're out or during the day. But if you leave, you're sitting at home and you leave, you're not just going to mysteriously get up and disappear and say, I'll be back. So what if you ask, I'll be back? Well, where are you going?
You said, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
If you just get up and say, I'll be back, so often than not, you're going to get the question of, where are you going?
Yeah, it could be.
So you can answer that?
Well, yeah, if wherever I went, I could answer that, right? I don't know.
Well, would you answer it?
Yeah, why wouldn't I? Mean, yeah, if I went down the street.
So then why would you just come out front and say,
well, what if she sleep?
I'm going to get a cigar or something.
But what if she sleep? Do I just wake her up? Hey, babe, I'm going to. Do you wake her up, or is that what you're supposed to do?
Does she want to wake up and just find you gone, mysteriously gone? I mean,
well, that's why you text. You both have these smartphones, Doc, right? You text them, you call them. Hey, or you call them in the car.
Yo, Candace said if someone's asleep, that's different. Katrina said, even if I stay out longer than expected, I call and let them know what's going on. I will leave or shoot, send a text. Leave a note or send a text, if I'm stepping out, heading out to the store, whatever. So, I mean, it seems to be that line of communication that a lot of these people so far seem to be interested in. But trust, we got a whole lot more.
Yeah, I see a few. What's up, my boy Ryan? What's up, brother? Hey, now Ryan, you're married, so do you leave a note? Do you wake up, or do you let your spouse know every time you leave, or you going to the barbershop or whatnot? Do you let her know that? So that I'm just interested in the know. You know, I want to hear from especially the married couples, and we can also listen to single people too. So you know, we all been in relationships. And how about, does it change being married to being just in a relationship? Does that change, right? Does that level?
It's just a matter of respect and consideration for your partner. Whether you're married or in a relationship, are you considering them? Do you have enough respect and trust? And are you trustworthy enough where they don't have to worry about where is he going? Why is he being sneaky? This, that, and the other. Keep communication open. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing.
Okay.
That's a great point. Yo, Mickey Jones Ray, appreciate you.
Miss Jones, how you doing?
Said communication equals respect for her and self-respect.
Okay.
That's a very strong point right there. Appreciate you, Mickey.
Great point.
Stephanie
says if she is asleep, text or leave a note. So
yeah, if they're asleep, leave a note. So when they wake up, they'll know. You know, you haven't been abducted or something. You know, they may not go to their phone immediately once they get up, but if you leave a note, I'll be back and blah blah whenever. And then, like you said, be back by that time. Be a man of your word. Don't just talk. Walk the talk.
Absolutely, and I agree with that. I guess what I would probably struggle with, and people say, "Oh, you're up to no good," is if you might forget sometimes. You know, what I'm saying if you have a routine,
wake up and just find you gone.
Well, that's why. What do you say?
Oh no, that was my
phone. I was like, damn, I think I just said that. I wasn't sure.
Oh man.
I mean, and I agree with the texting, the leaving a short note. I mean, do people really still leave the notes? I would like to know. I would like to hear from you guys. Do you guys still believe in writing notes and leaving notes for your significant other?
Oh, Barry. Somebody said, "How do you forget?"
How do I forget?
How do you forget to tell somebody that you're about to bounce? You mentioned that a few times, and you're like, maybe you forget.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a couple different scenarios. I could be on the phone already, and you're rushing out there, or if you're rushing out the door, or anything like that. There's sometimes I have forgotten, and what not.
That's a level of a lack of respect there, because you don't have enough respect to stop your phone call, to do whatever you were doing, and go and acknowledge your partner and let them know I'm taking off for a minute. I'll be back. It's a level of respect.
I mean, okay, I can accept that. Okay, I can accept that. I also know if there should be a level of trust too already put in place, though, right? That anytime I leave without saying something, that it's not an assumption that I'm up to no good.
But it leaves room for the imagination to go there.
Right. And that's what I was saying. That door for possible ideas of, what's really good. It leaves that door open.
But that door would be open regardless of that. Now, this might, enhance that, correct? But if your partner's already having doubts, then there's already doubts about, they already have doubts. So
okay. Yo, fellas.
So what's the level of trust?
So what?
It should be a level of trust.
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Yo, fellas, we got to get ready to go ahead and get all the way up out of here. But, somebody brought something up. I believe it was one of you two gentlemen while I was at the office. And it was something like this. Yo, it was something about the phones. Yo, you had no right going through their phone.
Mm-hmm.
And they're replying with, "You're wrong for texting somebody else."
Oh,
This is going to be the topic for Tuesday. Like, how much do you trust somebody with your phone, especially your significant other? And who is in the wrong and who is in the right for all of that? The texting, the replying, the looking through the phone. Who's the guilty party?
May I ask who's paying the bill?
We're going to dive into that conversation on Tuesday, everybody.
Hey, Doc, can I ask who's paying the bill?
So be sure to tune in. I got some good perspectives on
and then
that.
we also have to finish this one because this is actually a really good topic, because this is a topic that, man, happens to a lot of us. You know, whether or not you're married or you're single, we all been in situations where you might leave, or you know, the fella might leave, and this is what happens. You know, you get in a little disagreement about how you left. Right? Is that fair?
Right.
There is.
Real quickly, guys, we appreciate you guys always tuning in to Shop Culture, and we would appreciate if you guys like and share Shop Culture. You know what it is. Every Tuesday at 8:30, this is what happens. We go in. So if you enjoy it, please like and share it.
Yo, fellas, we got to be out until Tuesday. Is there anything else that you want to tell our peoples?
Doc.
Yeah. Are we gonna we had another conversation that we were talking about as far as that I was gonna segue into about you leaving and the disagreement.
Man, look, we already tread on time, man.
That's all right. Let me hear, Doc. Okay, finish just that real quick so we can.
So you come home, there's a disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're because of the way you left. Throw that other meme up, Twan. You're having a disagreement. She says no to sex. Is that
Doc,
fair or is that unfair?
Doc, I wasn't even trying to go there today on him. Man.
Right? We're going to keep it short.
It was unfair, but then I also had to. Okay, should I wait to say my piece on what happened to me when I made my comment? Should I wait, Doc? Or can I get in?
I don't think we have enough time for your crucifixion.
All right, I'll wait. Because some of you guys, anyways, I don't want to go there.
Yo, Candace said it's unfair. Any ideas on the unfair idea that Candace just threw out there?
I mean, it depends on what kind of space you're in. You know what I'm saying? I get when I get in my feelings, I don't want to be touched.
That's right. I mean, that's the first thing that has to be addressed is the disagreement. In the middle of a disagreement, when you're going back, sex usually doesn't come up. I mean, until you meet that brick wall that stands still. You need to close out, get to the root cause of what that disagreement is, and get some closure on that before you can move into the makeup sex. Now, at that point, once everybody's cool, we've got closure on this, and then if sex is refused, then you may have a more deep-rooted issue.
Yeah.
Yo, on the wrap up, we got Candace that said straight up, it's unfair. Katrina said, all is fair in love and war. Jake Miller, appreciate you, Jake, says sex isn't and shouldn't be treated as a weapon.
Absolutely. Now, and I agree. Is that Jake?
That is Jake Miller. Appreciate you, Jake.
Jake from State Farm? Yes.
Oh, Stop it.
Yeah. I like that. That.
Mickey said this would be a very long disagreement. Stephanie, appreciate you, Stephanie. How you doing? We got a whole lot quick. Stephanie said sex should never be something withheld due to anger. Halo was man, she's just over here cracking all the way up.
Halo, how you doing, sis?
Candace at the end said that's a no-brainer. Who has times for those games?
Right, and that's exactly what it is. I mean, if you have closure on the disagreement, why should refusal of sex be there? That shouldn't happen. That should just get into another disagreement or it's game playing. It's like you're fighting with a sword, but that's a double-edged sword. It can go both ways on you. And when you do these things, when you take these actions, you always have to remember what my physics teacher told me. To every action, there is an
Yes.
equal and opposite reaction.
True.
Law of physics. So consider that when you take these actions.
And sex is such an emotional, beings for all of us, even men. We hate to admit it, but it's very true, right? So it should, like Jake said, never use it as a weapon. And you guys need to come to a conclusion before you just jump in to have sex, because sex is not going to solve whatever your issues are.
Right. And sometimes she may want to stay angry at you. She's not ready to not be angry at you anymore. And she knows if you give her that good, well, she can't be mad anymore.
That goody good. Yes.
Could that be the case?
Well, when I don't communicate that I'm leaving and I come back and I expect to get some and I don't get some, I'll just come to this conversation to be like, now I know the reason why.
Right. Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, fellas. So we want you guys all tune in Tuesday. We're going to have a good one. We're going to get
8:30. You already know. Shopkulture. Thanks once again for tuning in. I'm always joined by, you know who he is, the relationship guru, Mr./Dr. James R. Hill.
We're going to say the things that you guys are thinking and don't really want to say. We're going to talk about it.
And we got, you know who he is, the voice.
Yo, what's good? Appreciate you guys tuning in.
And I'm Barry R. That's what Twan said earlier. Barry R. Crosby, huh? I don't know where you got that from.
Yo, we still trying to figure out what the R stands for.
Okay. All right. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. And remember to tune in on Tuesday. Have a safe and blessed weekend.
Yo, we'll be back 8:30 Tuesday. Tune in. Shopkulture. Appreciate you.
Nicole.